Hello, this is DL Aika of CCOC Philippines, and today I'm going to show you how to calculate lates and absences of your consultants. But first, you need to have this tracker for your daily stats, and it will be adding 6 columns to record their lates and absences. First column will be online hours, where you will be putting here the total hours that your consultant was online. And then the second one is lost hours, wherein your consultant is appearing online but they are not accepting chats. The third one is offline hours, wherein your consultant was offline during their shift. Alright, on the fourth column, you will see here away. So here in CCOC Philippines, we were given 25 minutes to consume for the whole shift, when you can take lunch or bio break. So the hours exceeding 25 minutes will be marked as away. Now, the next column is for the total working hours. In order to get the total working hours, we need to deduct the lost hours to their online hours, because the lost hours record their 30 minutes or more than 30 minutes of not accepting chats. So that there's possibility that they are just in front of their computer or they are just appearing online but they are not accepting chats. On the last column, you will see here the total lost working hours. Here we will be adding the lost hours, offline hours, and away. So that is the total lost hours from their shift. Now let me give you an example. So let's open the Jibo schedule here and let's log into the Jibo chat admin panel. So here. Now let's check the working hours and the lost hours of Michael Villato. So he should be online at 9 a.m. until 3 p.m. Manila time. So I will go in our admin panel and go to statistics. Let me try. Alright, now we just need to click working time and then look for the specific date. So I'll be looking for his record dated January 16. So let's search for January 16. Alright, and let's look for Michael or Mike Relato. So here. He started to log in at 8:59 in the morning until 15:02 or 3:02 in the afternoon. So as what you can see, he was online for the whole shift, right? You'll see here away 15:02. However, this will not be counted since it's already out of his shift schedule. So let's go back to his daily stats and look for Michelangelo here. So now, instead of putting here the total hours, we will be using minutes. So our working hour should be 6 hours. So it will be 60 minutes for 1 hour. So 60 times 6, that will be a total of 360 minutes. So 360 minutes offline hours. So as you can see, he was online for the whole shift. So you'll be putting 0 on the offline hours. And for the away, since he used away right after his shift, so this will not be counted. So let's put here. So it will be 0. Alright. Now the next thing that we need to check is his lost hours. So since it's appeared that he was online for the whole shift, let's check if he was accepting chats for the whole shift as well. Now let's go back to the admin panel, right? And then let's go to sites. then click Agents, right? And we need to check for his chats. So click on Archives, and then look for the specific date, January 16. Alright. So the last chat he accepted was at 2:58 p.m. So let's see. So I'll be checking on the minutes he accepted the chats. So it shouldn't be more than 30 minutes. So 58, 55, 53, 49, 47, 39, 38, 37, 36, 30. So it will be the same thing. You have to check if he was accepting chat during his shift. Okay. Right, let's see. 16, 14, 12, 2, 51, 49, 39. You just have to look at the minutes. So 11:44, 11:42, 38, 35. Right. So it may take you some time to check, but it is very helpful during payout. So here, 40, 36, 36, 30, 20, 21. Okay. 55, 51, 49, 40, 25, 20, 11. Alright, so actually he was accepting chats for the whole shift. As you can see, the minutes was just 11 minutes or 15 minutes. So we'll put here 0. So that means the total working hours was 360, or he was able to online and do his job for 6 hours without any lost hours. Now let's try to check the other stats of other consultants. So let's check for Nancy. So let's check the admin panel. Date of January 16. And here is she, Nancy. So based on her schedule, she should be logging in at 8 a.m. until 2 p.m. So let's see. So Nancy started his work at 7:59 to 11:03. Then here 11:03. Now you will see here that there's a blank part. So that means that she was offline during this hour. So in order for you to get the lost hours or the time that she was offline, we need to check the last time that she online, which is 11:03. Right, now that you may actually use a online calculator to calculate the difference of 2 hours. Alright, so here it shows that she was online from 7:59 until 11:03 in the morning. So let's check 11:03, and then she was back at 12:01. So she was back online at 12:01 until 14:01. So let's get the 12:01 here in order for us to calculate the difference of the hours. Right, so that means she was offline 58 minutes. Right, now let me check. There can be a consideration if she encountered technical issues. I actually consider this if she has a valid reason, like if there's a technical issues or there's a power interruption. Now, in order for me to consider these offline hours, she should inform me that she's having any issue or power interruption on their area. So let's see if she informed me here. So she was offline starting 11:03. So I will look for a chat at 11:03 here. So 11:03 a.m. Alright, she left a message on my Skype. She said that there was a power interruption at 11:01, and she said that she will go online once ASAP. So then he checked at 12 noon that she is already online. Right, now let's see. Okay, so as you can see at 12:01 she's back. So she was online from 12:01 until 16:01. So actually her shift is only until 2 p.m. which is 14. Okay, 14. And since she has 58 minutes lost hour, she needs to cover up that by extending her duty. So she needs to extend 58 minutes. So meaning if she will be logging off at 2 p.m., she needs to extend until 2:58 p.m. So here 14, which is still 01, right? Then here 15. So she actually extended until 3:08. So that means that she covered her lost hours by extending her duty. Okay, so that's considerable. And instead of putting the lost hours, okay, so she was online 360 minutes, and then offline hours 0. And let's see if she has away time. So she was away from 14:01 to 14:05. So she was just away for only 4 minutes. So that's not counted as excess hours. So 0. Right. So that's how I consider offline hours. Now let's check if she has any lost hours. So we will check on her chats. Right. So here Nancy on January 16. Right. So you will see these chats with red X. Right. So that means that those are missed chats. So you will not include this in computing their lost hours. So you just have to base on this and then this one. So be 42, 39, then 36, 31. Let's go to the next part. 29, 24, 32, 21, 13, 12, 10, 9, 8, 8, 8, and then 7, 56. So you hear how many missed chats or how often she missed a chat. Okay. Now on this part, you will notice that she accepted chat at 10:58 a.m. and then the next chat was 12:01 a.m. Why? It's because she has encountered the power interruption. That's what she said. So if that's the case, then you can consider this one. So this will not be a lost hour since she just extended for 58 minutes for the time that she was offline. So that's still great. So we will put on her lost hours as 0. So meaning she works 360 minutes or 6 hours with 0 total lost working hours. Alright, so I have another agent here. His name is Alvin. Now I'll be checking his working hours. So he's supposed to be logging in at 5 p.m. until 11 p.m. So let me check. So January 16. Right, and January 16. Alright, so here. So 5 p.m. that will be 17. So he's supposed to be logging in at exactly 17, but he was logged in at 17:51. So that means that he was late of about 51 minutes. So as I check on our conversation, I didn't receive any excuse notes or messages from him why he was late. So that's considerable as offline hours. So we'll put here offline hours is 51 minutes. Okay. And then he was offline again, right? He was offline from 17:51 until 18:15, and then you'll see here that there's a blank space. Okay. And then he started to go online again at 18:26. So if you will calculate 18:15, and then he was back at 18:26. So that means he was offline for 11 minutes. So, okay, 11 minutes. So you will add up here 51 plus 11 minutes. So that's 62 minutes already. So 62 minutes. And then it was back, and then there was this another offline hours, 1942, 1946. If it's just less than 5 minutes, I will just not consider this as his offline hours. So that's fine. And then so he's supposed to be online until 23. So 23, so he was out at 22:58. So he actually missed another 2 minutes. So that's addition, so that's 64 minutes. So 64 minutes is equivalent to 1 hour and 4 minutes, since 1 hour is equivalent to 60 minutes. And then our weight is 0. So in order for you to get his online hours, you just have to calculate here 360 plus 64, so 296. So 296 working hours. So that's his working hours. 64 minutes was working lost hours. And then you just have to check on the chat for you to check if he was accepting chats for the whole shift. Alright, so next one is Ed. So his schedule was 9 p.m. to 3 a.m. So he's supposed to be online at 11. So let's see. So it should be 16 until 17. Right, so Ed, so he was online at here at 8:59. So he was online 1 minute before his shift. And he was supposed to be online until 3 a.m. So here, however, at 1:33 a.m. he was no longer online. So that means for 3 a.m. we will compute here 3 a.m. and he was logged out at 1:33 a.m. Right. So that means he was offline for 27 minutes. So that will be considered as offline hours, 27 minutes. And then away was 0. So again, for you to get his total working hours, you just have to deduct the 27 minutes to 360 minutes. So his total working hours is 330 minutes. Right, so same thing goes to other consultant. Now you just have to add additional column on your main tracker, team tracker here. So I added total lost working hours and then total late and absences. So this lost hours are automated, or it was automatically computed from our daily stats. So here you'll see here the total computation for the whole cut-off, right? And then it will automatically reflect here on our main tracker. So these are the total lost hours of agent for the whole cut-off, and then I will just convert into hours. So like this 179 minutes, which is 1 hour and 19 minutes, 308 minutes, which is equivalent to 5 hours and 8 minutes. If they already reached a total of 6 hours, it's equivalent to 1 day absent. So team captain can easily identify the leads and absences of the team. Alright, so I hope you learned something, and until next time, thank you so much for your time. Bye bye.